Let's go upstairs real quick, and I'll come down to Ed. Go ahead.
Tony Fabrizio, Tampa Tribune. Matt, you're a guy whose accomplishments don't always get the respect they deserve. Do you think they'll come back with rain tires and wipers next year?
That's a good question. Oh, that's pretty funny. You know, we have there's been a couple occasions where we've had maybe not the best car, but close to the best car. At a few races, I got shortened by rain that we didn't win, and we've certainly lost some on fuel mileage. I don't think we've ever won one on fuel mileage as far as a 17 goes. So I'll take it. I'm not going to think any less of the victory. A lot of these races get won and lost like this. We still race 400 miles and almost, and we're in the right place at the right time, and we hit our car as fast as it needed to be. And it was really a team effort. Without that last really good pit stop, we would have been in the wreck. Actually, I said Kyle was right in front of me and got in a wreck, and Carl was right behind me and got in a wreck. So if the pit stop would have been either faster or slower, we would have gotten in a wreck. So they did their job and got us up there when we needed the track position. And after that wreck, I felt like the fastest car up in the lead group.
We'll go upstairs for one more, then we'll get Jenna and Ed. Go ahead.
Bruce Martin with SI.com. Matt, you're generally not a very emotional guy, but when you were on pit lane and they told you won, it sounded, you were pretty emotional and your voice was breaking. Just talk about how that hit you so unexpectedly.
I actually am a pretty emotional guy. You guys just don't really always see it. So it's just it's kind of funny. Yesterday I was sitting in the motorhome telling Katie, and it wasn't like a feel sorry for myself or a pity party or anything like that, but I was just telling her, I was like, man, I'm really getting fed up with not winning and with not being a contender, and it was actually starting to weigh on me more than I thought. And we really struggled all week until yesterday. We finally got the car to handle good, and it's not like I had a bad feeling about today, but it's just we haven't been a serious contender for the championship for a few years, and we've been able to win a race here or there, but we didn't win any last year. And just to be able to put it together and actually win the Daytona 500, I mean, it was just, I don't feel like I'm the best really at plate racing, and I feel like a lot of times I make mistakes, which is really frustrating. Don't get my car in the right place at the right time, and to be able to put it all together and be able to win the race is just pretty overwhelming.
We'll go with Jenna and then Ed Hinton. Go ahead.
Jenna Fryer, AP. Congratulations, Matt.
Thank you.
When they brought you to pit road, you stayed in the car. A lot of drivers got out, and we're talking. You stayed in the car by yourself. I'm wondering, what were you doing? What was going through your mind? Did you think you'd get back racing, or did you think that you had it?
Well, that's how I am. I hang out in my car with a cover over. I sit in the back pew at church. It's just me. But seriously, I just want to wait until it was either over or we were going to go race again. I was just kind of waiting for that. I didn't want to let my emotions get too high one way or another, and I just kind of wanted to wait until it was over and then go from there. I was just kind of hoping it would keep raining.
We'll go with Ed, gentleman in the back, and then Tom Jensen. Go ahead.
Ed Hinton, ESPN.com. Matt, when Kevin pushed you past Elliott, at that point, with all the word coming up and down the pit road that the rain was coming, did you have an idea right then that could be the pass for the win?
Yeah, I mean, I really had it in my mind on that last restart when we were behind Elliott that if I got around him and could hold it for a little bit, that was – I didn't think we were going to pit again. I thought that, the rain was coming. Drew said it was coming. You could see the sky getting darker, and it was sprinkling for a while. So actually, when I got a run on Elliott and turned left, and I was able to get enough position where he couldn't block it, and he kind of just stayed his lane, and I had pretty good momentum, and then Kevin saw that I had the momentum and hung a left and went behind me. And when I cleared him, it actually was big raindrops all the way through 1 and 2, and I knew that it was getting pretty close. And then they had that accident where they threw the yellow. So you didn't know if it was going to be the pass, but I knew it had the potential to be.
We'll go in the back of the room, then we'll go Tom Jensen, Dave Kallman. Go ahead.
Joey D. from AM 1570, The Score. For both Matt and for Jack, you won the Daytona 500. You won a championship. Any comparison between the two?
It's winning a championship, I think, is probably the biggest accomplishment you can have in this sport. It's a long season, 9 months or whatever it is, 36 races, and all kinds of different sizes and shapes of racetracks, and you gotta race and think about it and work at it for a long, long time. Where this is one race, but yeah, this is the biggest race, biggest stock car race there is anywhere. And to be able to win this race and put our names in history of being Daytona 500 winners is also pretty awesome.
I tend to get all tore up for the bad things that happen. You know, Jamie McMurray got caught in one of the earlier wrecks and had a great car. Carl Edward got caught in a wreck and damaged his car, and so I was really agonizing over those missed opportunities more than I was starting to count my chickens for the fact that Matt was in the catbird seat and had a chance to do it. I was surprised that I hadn't done the math. I knew that NASCAR would be willing to keep this thing going till midnight. I hadn't thought about the fact that it was going to take 3 hours, as I was told later, to get the track dry from where it was. And you look at 3 hours to get it dry, and you got 3 hours of predictable rain coming, and it's 7 o'clock. Well, it doesn't. The math really tells you that you're finished. But I was not focused on that. I was thinking that if it did get started, that Matt would have to hang on, and that was going to be a challenge, and that David would be coming. He had a good car. David Reagan would be coming, but had a good car. So I was thinking about what if it came back more, and helping try to get myself ready emotionally for what that was going to mean, more than I was to really anticipate the rain-shortened race at 7, or something like 7 p.m. when they finally called it. But we've been here for more than 20 years trying to do this thing, and I've got so conditioned for being frustrated through it that I was almost not believing that it happened. I will be black and blue for the next couple of days from pinching myself just to make sure that I'm not dreaming.
We'll go with Tom, Dave Coleman, and then go back upstairs. Go ahead.
Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com, over here for Jack. Jack, just as kind of a follow-up to that, it took you a long time to win your first 2 Cup championships, and you've taken obviously a long time to do this. When does it finally set in? Are you able to appreciate it now? Is it the end of the season when you reflect on it, or how big a deal is this?
I think it. I've never been through an enshrinement. They're going to enshrine the car, I guess, tomorrow morning or later tonight or something. And when all the team gets around the car and we incarcerate the car for a year over at the museum. I'm sure it'll set in at that time. That'll be a big deal. We've had other cars in there. We had Paul Newman's Nobody's Fool Mustang, which was the 10th 24-hour race we'd won here. It's not in there now, but it was there for a period of time, and that really kind of put a exclamation mark at the end of our road racing, that we were able to celebrate that victory with Tom, with Paul, and to have the car under glass there for a period. And so to have this DeWalt Ford Fusion in the Daytona USA for a year is going to be a big deal, and it's going to give me some closure. Plus, we try to put it behind us because we got some unfinished business on the West Coast here that we got to deal with in the next couple of weeks.